There is an unwritten rule in old school RuneScape content creation that every new novel series just has to be more masochistic than the previous ones. We have seen this time and time again, from one region to one chunk to one tile, from no trading to no banking to no inventory, from one life to 1 HP to no life. The hardest and the most masochistic official game mode, however, is the ultimate Ironman, who cannot trade with other players or use banks. However, UIMs commonly circumvent this issue by using other methods of storage, such as death piling, using clue stash units, or storing items in their house. So let's bring the masochism up a notch. Welcome to Xtreme UIM, the game mode where every item you pick up is permanent. This account will ever touch a total of 28 items over the course of its whole lifetime. One inventory, no do-overs. Is it possible to get a fire cave with a fresh level 3 account without ever touching more than 28 items? Let's find out. Here we go, Xtreme UIM episode 1, and the display name, I already have the perfect name picked out. He's going to be called, yes, that is perfect, Perry Venturi. Is an unfortunate fellow. He's ever going to lay his hand on 28 different items. Now, what should he look like? I guess he kind of looks like a hoarder, right? Yeah, I mean, that's him. That's Perry, right? The white tank top, the cargo pants, the slightly overgrown sideburns and mustache and everything. Yeah, that's a hoarder Perry right there. I cannot believe how dreamy he looks. Oh my god. Even the little black undergrowth of hair right there, that's spot on. Spot on, Perry. Here we are now. Before I turn on my plugin for real, I'm gonna show you how this works. So if I drop any items like this, you can see that they are still in my inventory. Or at least the sprites are there. So if I pick up, let's say, this bronze axe, it's gonna go back into its respective slot. But I can never really get rid of this bronze axe. It's always going to stay in my inventory as a kind of a placeholder sprite. So nothing can ever go into this inventory slot. And for convenience's sake, I have hidden, I at least thought that I had hidden. Alright, now I have hidden the left click option to pick up any item under the value of 1 billion Runescapian GP. So maybe if I get something like, say, a third age pickaxe as a drop from something, which seems unlikely, I might accidentally left click pick it up, but at that point, I don't really care. So now I'm going to turn off the plugin for just a little moment and drop everything I have into my inventory. There we go, that is all the stuff that we had from the tutorial island. So now any item that I pick up into my inventory is going to stay there for the rest of the account. So I get to pick 28 items and that's going to be it. So obviously this account is not going to go very far. This is going to be a 5-part mini-series where I attempt to take on Jad. I think that is the highest level boss that I can attempt with 28 items over the course of this whole account. I was initially actually thinking that maybe the Colosseum might be possible, but let's just start with Jad and go from there, right? So the rules are very simple. I can play completely normally, I can do anything I want, but any item that I pick up is going to stay there forever. I can also drop the items, but the inventory slot that the item was in is always going to be reserved for that item specifically. I am so excited to start playing this account. I spent such a long time planning and thinking of ways of making this account work, and to be honest, I have no idea if this is even possible. I guess we will just find out. I have to be so careful with this account. I cannot pick up anything that isn't absolutely necessary to achieve the fire cape. So to start with, the first inventory slot will be dedicated to coins. Obviously, they are the most common item in RuneScape. They're needed for basically anything and everything, from items to runes to boat rides. But I can only ever get coins if they are actual coins, if I don't want to waste precious inventory slots. Coin pouches from pickpocketing, for example, is not exactly an item I want to be holding on for the rest of the account, so I'll get started with my thieving grind with something other than the usual man pickpocketing. And for that we need to make our way all the way to Ardone. And if I want to get to Ardi, the shortest route I think is right through Remington here. We can take a ship to Ardone, but obviously for that we need some coins. I think it's 30 GP that you need for it, so goblins, you need to give me some coins. Am I just imagining, or was that an extremely lucky fight? I feel like I I did some really good damage there. But yeah, we cannot pick up those bones. Those are not part of the 28 item plan. Do these guys have like negative defense or something? I don't think I have hit. Oh, now I get it actually. It's the new changes they made into how the damage is rolled. They removed like the 0 roll or something like that. So that's why I'm hitting so much. This is actually completely new for me. I haven't made a new account in I think a year or two at least. So yeah, this is exciting. Oh my, it's a fight to the death. Please don't. Ooh, we survived. 1 HP. There we go. 5 coins. Beautiful. I don't think that's enough. I think it's 10 or 30 coins, so I still need a couple of more drops. But I'm not sure if I'm just getting unlucky or I'm imagining things, but I am getting no coins basically at all. But I guess it doesn't really matter if I die, then I just come back here and pick up my coins. Because as you can see, if I drop these, I can never really get rid of them. They are there forever in my inventory. So yeah, that is the slot for coins from now to eternity. Oh, we are dead. That's it. Unfortunate. Well, let's just head on back. I was already thinking like, hey, I'm right next to the potato field, so I can just go and pick some potatoes and eat those for my food. But no, that's not how this account works. I cannot pick up any junk like that. Those are the worst things to clog up my inventory. And it's worth noting that items that are not duplicates, I really shouldn't be picking up either, because if I pick up 2 potatoes, they are going to take 2 inventory spaces forever. So then I would have only... Yeah, talisman? I don't want that. Then I would only have 25 item slots remaining. So definitely don't pick up junk like that. And yeah, we just continue hunting the coins. Not chef's hats either. Come on, game. Give me some coins. Oh, massive. 9 coins. That's actually enough. That is 34 coins. Exactly enough to get us all the way from Remington to Ardone. And I killed, let's see, 35 goblins for that. I thought it would be maybe 3 or 4 of them and I would have the cash. But you live and you learn, and you kick and you punch and you learn. At least we got our melees up a little bit, so that's okay, I guess. By the way, I am really starting to question my hairstyle. Why is the back of my head black like that? Kind of looks like I have a wig or something glued on top of my head. It's really weird. Anyways, here we are in Remington, and we can take Captain Barnaby's ship to Ardone. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, here we are. Members is board. Now we can go to Ardie with Captain Barnaby. 4 coins left, and here we are across the gangplank, and we can get into our first training method that doesn't really involve any inventory slots. And that is this little door right here. We should be able to pick the lock. There we go, and 3 thieving XP. And I hope it kind of locks itself again. Yes, it does. Okay, so we are going to do this all the way to level 13 until we can loot this chest. This is the 10 coin chest. It gives 10 coins and nothing else. And you need level 13 thieving to thieve from that. So we are going to open the door again and again and again until we are level 13 thieving. Exciting stuff, right? It's kind of funny actually. There's a couple of doors in Runescape that have only a thieving level of 1 requirement. And those are usually to prevent yourself from getting soft locked in areas you would not want to be locked in, such as the Portrim jail and the Ham hideout jail. So they really did think about everything when making this game, didn't they? There we go, level 2 thieving, only 11 more levels to go of this. Ooh, that was actually close. The drunken dwarf just popped up, and I almost clicked it right here, and that would have resulted in me getting a beer and a kebab that I could never get rid of. So you are getting swap left click to walk here, I suppose. Alrighty, 1 more door, and that should be 13 thieving. You can now steal from certain chests in Ardie, Relica and the Wilderness. And this should be one of them. And as you can see, it took almost 500 times to get through this door to get all the way from level 1 to level 13. So not exactly the fastest XP in the game, but anyways, let's try if we can. So we get 7 XP, and we have a method of getting coins. 14 coins, so these are 10 each. I still haven't talked about why we are doing this, so we need to get all the way to level 50 thieving, and then we also want 50 agility to unlock a very certain store. As you might know, in RuneScape we have 3 combat styles: magic, ranged and melee. And due to my extremely limited inventory space, I basically need to pick one of these styles to beat all 63 waves of the fight caves, including the boss Jad. Magic is basically out of the question, as some of the monsters in the caves have extremely high magic defense. Melee is viable, but very hard to execute properly, even with great gear and an inventory full of supplies, which basically leaves us with ranged. And that's okay, ranged is usually the best and most recommended setup for the fight caves anyways. However, there's only a handful of ways to train ranged from level 1. Short bow and arrows, at least 2 inventory spots, preferably more if you don't want to be stuck with just bronze arrows. Questing, usually at least 3 to 5 inventory spots. Lamps, each one being a different item and requiring an inventory spot. Or knives, 1 inventory spot. And now we circle back to thieving. There's only one location where I can reliably get knives at my level, the Martin Thwaites Lost and Found store under Berthorpe. You have probably heard about the store before, as it is very popular among ironmen for selling junk items for their high alch values. But as it turns out, the shop also sells knives, bronze, iron and steel, but it also requires 50 agility and 50 thieving just to access the store. Now, agility is not a problem at all, you basically just hop on some rooftops and you don't need inventory space at all. But thieving... yeah, the whole point of thieving is to add more items to your inventory, so let's get back to exploring some other ways of training thieving without ever using my inventory. This is actually revolutionary tech here. We can thieve from the chest right here, go through the door, go back through the door while the chest is recharging and get some more thieving XP. Huge XP gains per hour. Yes, 16 thieving. We can finally move on to our new location of the training, which is right here. This door right here. Yeah, this door right here gives you 15 XP. But I mean, the XP is like 5 or 6 times faster, so I'm really not complaining, even though I mean, it's kind of hilarious that I'm just moving one tile over to a next door that I am now breaking into. But yeah, this is actually pretty good XP, so no complaints here, maybe just a little bit. The numbers are really starting to get up there. Almost 1,000 times I have attempted to pick a lock on a door. At what point do you start worrying about the mental status of a RuneScape player? I think the time is now. The time is probably already past, actually. I just hit level 31 thieving, which means that we have yet another new gate unlocked. 25 XP from this gate this time, so this is going to be my home for the next little while. It's all just gates and doors in my world. And finally, the last milestone, level 43 thieving. You can now steal from certain chests upstairs in our dome this time. So we are moving back to the chests from the doors, and this time it's going to be an actually pretty good chest. And just to show you the amount of time I have played, apparently it takes about 6 hours to get to level 43 thieving with just using gates and doors. So there you go. We meet again, door level 16, and this time we are going straight upstairs, and in here we have 2 different chests. One of these is the nature rune chest and one of them is the 50 coin chest, and I actually need to look up on wiki which one is which. Okay, so the right one here seems to be the nature rune chest, so we are searching the left one and this should be the 50 coin chest. So we should get 50 coins and 125 XP. Beautiful. That is a lot faster than the gates are, and we are actually getting something useful, which is cash. We are going to need a lot of cash for the next step in the plan. And these chests reset quite slowly, so I'm just going to hop between every chest, get a new chest, hop and chest and hop and chest, and we should end up with a pretty decent amount of cash as well when we hit level 50 thieving. The last chest to be opened, 125 XP, level 50 thieving. That did take a while. We can now crack the wall safes in the Rogue's Den and basically have access to the shops in Rogue's Den. So now we basically just need level 50 agility, and then we can access Martin Thwaites Lost and Found and his beautiful steel knives. And because nobody really wants to watch a man train agility, there we go. You're welcome. Here we go, Martin Thwaite, give me your beautiful, beautiful knives. Bronze knives, iron knives, steel knives, he has them all. But as my range level is just 1, I can only use the bronze knives, although I would really, really like to use the steel knives because they're so much better. And in fact, there is exactly one method in the whole game for training your range from level 1 to level 5 without ever using any inventory space. And we'll get into that in just a little bit, but first let's get our second ever inventory slot, the steel knives right there. 26 out of 28 slots remaining, or 25 I guess if we want to actually wear the fire cape. And yeah, we do need the level 5 range to actually wield these and use them for training. But first let's get, I think, about 1,000 of these should be enough to get us at least somewhere in the training. So let me hop some worlds and buy a couple of knives. There we go, 1,000 steel knives, half of our cash stack used as well for that, but that should be good for a while. But now, let's go ahead and get the level 5 range, doing something that I think nobody has ever really done. Gnome Ball. Yep, basically the Runescape version of rugby. You get a very tiny amount of ranged and agility XP when you're scoring a goal, and if you score 5 goals you get a little bit of bonus XP as well. And the best thing about Gnome Ball for my account, I don't get anything in my inventory. The Gnome Ball goes straight into my hands and it doesn't take up an inventory slot. The rules of Gnome Ball are very simple. You can pass it to these gnome wingers right here. And basically all you need to do is score a goal. You just wait around until they pass it back to you. Any moment, there we go, and you shoot it at the gnome goal and you either score or you don't. And then we just go again, take a new ball, go in here, shoot at the gnome goal, and we miss. This might take a couple of attempts, I guess. Oh my fucking god, dude, you just kicked me in the knees. What? Oh my god, did you see? The guy just took him by the fucking throat. What? Wow. This is a violent game. Oh my god. Well, there's a goal. Look at that. 4 XP, agility and ranged. Yeah, 4 XP. So that's gonna take a couple of goals to reach level 5. Let's do it. Yes, look at that. It's gotta go. 2 goals. Beautiful. Fun little fact, if you were to level range from 1 to 99 with just Gnome Ball, you would have to do about 250,000 games, which means about 1,250,000 goals, which is quite a lot, but oh my god, look at those goals. Beautiful. I love the animations in this game, just so good. Gnome was kicking my knees in and I'm just taking them by the throats and just taking the ball away. Whoa, how do you miss that? How do you miss that? You're right next to the goal. Even I am better at sports than you are. Oh my dear lord. Oh my, what was the shot, dude? I mean, what I read from the wiki is that the chance to score a goal is based on both your range level and the proximity to the goal. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I'm trying to go next to the goal as much as I can. At least as close to it as I can. Well, alright, doesn't seem to be easy. You little motherfucker, give me the ball. There we go. Then we go right next to the goal. You cannot miss this. Look at the distance. Look at that distance. How do you miss from there? How? A goal, 4th goal, 7 ranged XP, beautiful. So that is 4 goals, 12 misses, so that's not a great ratio at all, but that means that we cannot score another goal or we will get the gnome ball in our inventory, and we do not want that. So I'm going to reset the game by leaving the area and coming back. As you can see, now my score is 0 and now we can continue. You would get a lot more ranged XP if you finish the game. You get, I think, 25 bonus XP for winning the game by 5 points. But yeah, then you also get the gnome ball, which I do not want. So I just have to take the lower XP rates and reset the game every 4 points. Oh my dear lord, that has to be against the rules. I mean, he just killed me in the gnome ball field. That has to be against the rules. Oh my Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess we just have to head back, but that is unfair play. Yeah, this is not a family-friendly game at all. Just all the killing, all the blood and everything, and then we have all these cheerleader gnomes. I mean, oof. What a pass all through the midfield. And he scores! Look at that, level 2 range. Let's go, let's go. This has to be the stupidest thing I have ever done to train a skill in this game. But that is 59 attempts at a goal and 14 goals. So the ratio is definitely not good. It's like 1 in 4 about. Is a goal, so it takes a little while. 60 attempts at a goal and we are level 2, so level 5 might take just a little bit more time. It has been almost half an hour since my last goal, so I'm gonna try something a little bit risky. I think this should work, so I'm gonna go all the way to 5 points. I'm gonna score 5 goals, get 5 points, and then I will be rewarded with the gnome ball. But if I'm right, I shouldn't actually get it in my inventory. There we go, that is goal number 5, 30 XP in range. As you can see, that is so much better than just the 4 XP drops. And now if we leave through the gate, we are going to get the gnome ball in our inventory, but we are not going to do that. What we are going to do is xlog, basically just close the client because we cannot log out in gnome ball pitch for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna close the client and see you in just a second. Okay, moment of truth. Do we have the gnome ball in our hand or in our inventory? We should be out of the gnome ball pitch, and yes indeed, we have the gnome ball, but it's in our hand, not in our inventory. So that is actually an inventory slot saved. Beautiful, so we can actually get 5 goals and not suffer any consequences. And whenever you go into the pitch, the referee just takes your gnome ball away for safekeeping, I suppose. But what we can do is then just die and kind of lose the gnome ball, so we don't actually ever use an inventory slot for a gnome ball. But yeah, that was a little bit risky. I was not actually sure that it would work like that, but luckily it did, and it's going to make our range training basically twice as fast at this moment. So just keep on scoring goals, winning some games. Yep. No. Well, we are gonna get there at some point. Yay, a goal, and that's gonna be level 3 ranged already. Beautiful. Yep. Oh, thank God, it's over, finally. Your ranged level is now 5. You can now wield oak bows and members can wield steel throwing weapons. Oh my god, that was the worst training method I have ever done in Runescape. That took over 2 hours to get from level 1 to level 5 ranged. Crazy. Look at the XP rates. This is not real life. This is not how you're supposed to play this game. But hey, we are level 5, which means that we can finally wield our steel knives. We just need to get both of our kneecaps blown out by the gnome ballers because we cannot go through this gate. Go ahead, gnome ballers, make my day and kick my knees in, please. There we go. It's still so funny to me. Wait, what? I just noticed this. If they fail to knock you out, they just kind of lay on the ground. Like that's so good. That's so fucking good. The animations in this game are perfect. I don't know who made this, but this is a hidden gem in RuneScape for sure. There we go, that is the last of our kneecaps blown out, and we should spawn in Lumbridge without anything in an inventory, and we can just go ahead and pick up our knives and our money and not touch the balls ever again. Here we go. Actually quite interesting that you don't even see the balls. I don't know if the referee still has the ball or not. I hope I'm not gonna get it right here. Nope, we are good. Beautiful. So that's the ranged adventures with gnome ball done, and here are the steel knives. Beautiful. That is going to be the start of our ranged training for the fire cape. Moving on to the next step on the path to the fire cape. Prayer. Prayer is essential. Protection prayers unlocked at levels 37, 40 and 43 provide full immunity from attacks of that style, and seeing as Jad, the final boss, can one-shot you with any attack style, we definitely want these protection prayers unlocked. The best way for me to train prayer without using inventory space is going to be pest control. Completing games earns you points which you can spend on experience in any combat skills including prayer, but you need level 40 combat to even access the minigame, so I need to start training my melees to get that combat level up. And that's exactly what I did. Kicking, punching, wrecking havoc in the best chicken coop in the game. Without access to any gear, I couldn't even survive against rock crabs, so chickens was my only way to train. And after a few days of wrestling with the birds, there we go, that's 40 combat done, so now we have access to pest control. Let's go ahead and check the game out and see if we can actually even complete a game. Pest control, the novice bow, this brings back some memories, but here we go, the first game is on. Now, pest control is a pretty simple minigame. Destroy the portals, kill the enemies, protect the Void Knight in the middle. If you succeed, you are awarded points, but you also have to mind this participation bar right here. If this drops to 0, you will be deemed not to have participated enough and will not receive points. So the key is to just deal damage to anything and everything around you to keep the participation bar high enough while trying to win the game. And so far we are doing a decent job. The participation bar is still halfway full, so maybe we will actually get some points from this game. Oh no, I'm not hitting anything. I'm just hitting zeros constantly. Please do some damage. Do some damage. They cannot be that hard to hit. Come on. Oh, beautiful. 11%, 9%. Come on. Attack the portal, maybe. That's gonna give us some participation. No, 1%. No, I just lost it and the game is ending. God damn it. Well, we might have to try again, or we might actually go ahead and train our ranged up so that we can actually hit with the knives, because that should be a lot better for DPS and we should get some participation for that. God damn it, it's again 3%, 1%, hit it. No, it's in the negatives and the portal is going down in a couple of seconds, so we again are not getting any zeal or any points for this, so I guess we do need to go and train our ranged. Let's go and do it. Well, the 1000 steel knives didn't get us all that far, so I had to go and get some more. Now we are at 650 steel knives, and we are basically bankrupt with 3.5k coins left. But that is okay. Luckily, I am high enough defense that the rock crabs are actually not that big of a deal anymore. I can actually kind of survive here. So yeah, we have been training ranged quite a lot, and we should be getting right there, level 40 ranged, and I think that should actually give us a max hit of... Nope, it's still a 5. Okay, I might get another level or 2 so that we get a max hit of 6, and then we are off to another try at the pest control. Pest control, take 2, this time with ranged. Let's see if the steel knives get the job done. Okay, we are hitting really well. Yeah. This seems to be actually a lot better. I just need to be very mindful of the steel knives because I am basically bankrupt and I don't have the money to buy any more steel knives. So, well, they seem to be hitting really well. I just need to pick up every single knife. I cannot afford to lose any of them. Congratulations, you managed to destroy all the portals. We have awarded you 3 Void Knight Commendation points, and we can use these to train our prayer. So let's go ahead and see how much XP we are going to get for these 3 points. It's not going to be a lot, but maybe at least something. Here we go. Prayer requires level 25. Oh, shit. How do I train my prayer to level 25 without an inventory? So we ended last episode on a little bit of a sour note. I obviously am going to need protection prayers for the fire cape, and I was planning to train prayer with pest control as it doesn't use any inventory slots. But as it turns out, you can't actually do that at level 1. You need at least level 25 to start investing the reward points into prayer XP. So I took a look at the wiki page for prayer XP sources, and believe me, there is basically no way to train prayer at level 1 without using at least 1 inventory slot. bones, bone charge, bone crusher, ash sanctifier, exoplasmator, lamps, quests, all require at least one slot. So I'll just have to bite the bullet and dedicate one of my remaining 26 inventory slots for prayer training. Now, to be fair, there is one possible method that doesn't use extra inventory slots, but to best of my knowledge, it is impossible without getting protection prayers first. But just keep that in mind, because we are going to face the same problem again with magic, because options to train magic at level 1 are equally limited. But as for prayer training, I think the easiest one will just be big bones in the wilderness boneyard. There are 6 different big bone spawns right here. There's one of them marked already right there. I guess I have these markers from a previous account. It's going to be slow, but I can just pick one of these up, bury them, and repeat the process as many times as I need. So inventory slot number 3 will be dedicated to big bones. There we go. But now we have to be extra careful to never pick up 2 sets of bones. We always have to bury the first one before we pick up the next one. I guess we could also go to the chaos altar right here and use them there, but one at a time it's gonna be very slow. I think it's just gonna be much easier and faster to just bury them right here. So there's the first prayer XP on the account, and yeah, now we just have to be very careful to not accidentally use 2 slots for these, because we are kinda already over our limits. The skeletons here are going to be a little bit annoying, like right there. I might just go and train my combats up a little bit so they become unaggressive, because I'm gonna take some hits here and I have to, you know, run around this place all the time, so it's not gonna be all that efficient if I'm constantly taking some damage. But here we go, level 2 prayer, only 41 or 42 more to go. Well, it actually has been a couple of days since the last clip. I got myself 51 combat, so I have 40 attack, 43 strength, 40 defense, 44 range, and 24 prayer as well already. But as you can see, these skeletons are still aggressive, so I guess wilderness doesn't really care about combat levels. They should be unaggressive according to their combat level, but they are not. So we're going to do a little bit of a change of plans. I'm actually going to use another inventory slot right here, but it's going to be very useful in other scenarios as well. I'm going to get the looting bag. As most of you probably already know, UIMs rely on looting bags very heavily normally, so getting that extra 28 inventory slots is going to be very helpful, even though I can only use it in the wilderness and not for too many things, because I can't take things out of there. It's still going to be very useful. There it is, inventory slot number 4 for the looting bag. 28 extra inventory slots, but obviously this is not going to be like another UIM, because I cannot take things out of the looting bag into my inventory. The looting bag is going to function completely normally here. I can put anything in there and they are not going to be permanent item slots or anything like that. But obviously, if I want to take anything out of the looting bag, it's going to go into my inventory, and that's going to waste a permanent inventory slot. So this is not really going to help me in too many ways, but there's a couple of exceptions. One of them is big bones. As you can see, I can pick them up. They are going to go straight into the looting bag, and once I destroy it right here, they are going to drop onto the ground like this. So I can actually gather up a full looting bag of big bones, then destroy the bag at the chaos altar and bury the bones there one by one, which is going to make this a lot faster. And there's at least one more use case for the looting bag, but now that I destroyed it, I need to go and get another one. Alright, there is the first full looting bag of big bones. There's 28 big bones in there. So now we are going to take this to the chaos altar. We are going to destroy the looting bag there and offer the bones to the altar one by one, which is going to speed this up massively. Here we go. Doesn't seem like there's anybody here, and as you might know, we are a UIM and this is a PK hotspot, so if we die we lose everything in our inventory. We don't keep any items at all, so let's hope that we don't get killed, but if we do, it's not going to be a big deal. But now we can destroy the looting bag, get one of the bones, use them on the altar, get another pair and use them, and so on and so on. It is an extremely helpful method. As you can see, the prayer XP is so much faster. You get basically 700% XP for each bone. So each bone is worth like 7 bones. So a full looting bag is like 7 looting bags worth of bones. So yeah, this is much faster and better. 26 prayer. Again, we have to be super careful picking up these bones. And that is the last of the bones. 27, almost 28 prayer already. So yeah, this is much faster than just picking up the bones and burying them. Now we just need to get another looting bag, fill that up, and yeah, do this again and again. It's kind of unfortunate that we can't use our inventory, otherwise this would be twice as fast, but yeah, this is at least a little bit faster, so I'm not complaining just yet. Well, my plugin went a little bit haywire because of the looting bag having open and closed states, and I had to make some pretty big changes, and believe me, I'm not a coder at all, but now it works pretty perfectly. There's just a few little bugs like coins being multiple different kind of items, so just so you know that if you see anything funny happening into inventory or with the shadows or anything, it's because I made this 100% myself and I suck at coding. But the premise is still the same, one inventory slot for every item, nothing has changed, just the plugin might be a little bit weird for a while before I work out all the kinks here. Wait a second, did that guy just take my big bones? How Rizzy, how did you just take my bones? Oh my god. How stingy are you people? Did you really steal my bones? You... I mean, it's not a big deal, but oh my god, you got to have some better bones than big bones to offer here. I mean, I've got you on camera, just so you know, Rizzy. First big milestone coming up right there. 37 prayer. You can now use prayer protect from magic. Our first protection prayer, 2 more to go, and we are done here. Well, unfortunately I did get PK'd, you can see there in the chat. I didn't get it on recording, but it was a level 45 PK'er at the Chaos Altar. I mean, I guess there are some people that are bringing like massive stacks of bones at a low level into the Chaos Altar, but yeah, he just PK'd me for my steel knives. Second big level 40 prayer, protect from missiles, also Westman cloaks and stuff like that, 53 combat, all sorts of stuff. But the protection prayers are the main thing. One more, protect from melee at 43 prayer. We should get that in a couple of more inventories, so it's going well. We just need to rebuild our cash and steel knife stack after this. And the last protection prayer, level 43 prayer, and protect from melee unlocked. This was a godsend of a method, this looting bag to destroying it on the Chaos Altar. This probably would have taken like at least 10-12 hours or something if I just went with the big bones. So yeah, this was absolutely massively helpful, but I think I'm actually going to get one more prayer level. I still have a lot of bones here and it's not that bad, and I really want the Eagle Eye prayer at level 44. It's going to be an offensive ranged prayer, which is going to be very useful for the fight caves. No way, dude, come on. Well, at least I don't have anything anymore, so this is kind of useless, but I guess a free trip to Lumbridge. Here we go. Thank you so much. And one more prayer, level 44 for the Eagle Eye prayer, plus 15% ranging accuracy and damage for the fight caves. Absolutely massive. We might get a couple of more levels at some point just for the prayer points, but for now this is going to be just fine. Let's move on to the next step of the plan. Now the prayer is sorted out, let's talk about gear. There's a perfect boss for me to kill that drops not 1 but 2 pieces of best in slot gear for me. The Crazy Archaeologist drops the Amulet of Power at a reasonable rate of 1 in 18 and the Red D'hide Body at a rate of 1 in 32, so he's going to be my next target. There's just a slight little problem. He's basically immune to range and melee, so I am going to need magic for this, and ideally I would use Wind Bolt as it only requires a Staff of Air and Chaos Runes, but as with Prayer there is absolutely no way to train magic at level 1 without using an inventory slot. Which brings us to plan A. There is a plan B, which is kinda linked to plan A as well, but we'll talk more about that if plan A is deemed impossible. The plan is to kill Scarius for his spines, which can be used on any combat stat even at level 1 to give 5000 XP in that skill, bumping my magic level from 1 to 21 and conveniently skipping the need for mind runes altogether. I was planning to use a slot for the Scarius spine anyways to train range and prayer more effectively, so this essentially saves me 1 inventory slot. However, Scarius at level 44 range with steel knives might be a tad bit difficult, so that's where plan B is going to step in if I fail. But first I need to rebuild my cash stack and steel knives, and now with the looting bag I know just the method to do that. We are on an escort mission into the lava maze. I don't have a slash weapon so I can't get here myself, but luckily my main does. So here we go. The steel plate body is going to be our item slot number 5. The steel plate body itself is not all that useful. It might give me a little bit of defense in some situations, but it's mostly going to be used for building more cash. We can sell this for a lot of cash, one by one, into the bandit store in Wilderness. And there we have it, slot number 5, filled with a steel plate body. So this is going to be another looting bag situation. We're going to fill our looting bag with these and then sell them one by one to the bandit store in the Wilderness. Here we go, full looting bag of steel plate bodies. The plugin is doing some weird stuff, but don't mind that. Now we are going to need another escort mission out of here because I still don't have a slash weapon. Here we go. Let me just bring my main in so he doesn't die out there. There we go. So we are going to sell our steel plate bodies one by one to a Notarazzo. We'll go with that. This is actually a pretty good store to sell your stuff into. They buy for high alk value, which is 1.2k for the first steel plate body. Now, obviously I have to destroy the looting bag here and I cannot hop worlds after this or I'm gonna lose all of these. So I'm not going to get the full price for all of these, but let's sell all of them and see where we end up. So there we go, not too bad. 15.4k for 27 steel plate bodies. I'm gonna use one of these myself, maybe for the Scurious might be useful. Is it Scurious? Scurious, maybe. Anyways, let's get out of here and rebuild our steel knife stack as well. And that should do it. 1000 steel knives. Maybe, hopefully that will be enough. I probably should actually also train my range a little bit before I attempt Scurious. So yeah, let's go and do some range training first. 44 is definitely not going to cut it for the big old rat. And there we have a level of 50 range. Not too bad. That should give us a max hit of, I think, 7 with Eagle Eye on the steel knives. So that should be pretty good, but we are only at 260 steel knives left. So we do need to get some more money, some more steel knives. And after that, we can actually do something with the Rat King, I think. So I did 2 more steel plate body runs for about 30,000 GP. Used almost all of that for steel knives at Martin Thwaite's store. And got myself 53 range, which should give us a max hit of 8 at Scurious with Eagle Eye. I also got 51 agility because I thought it would be good to use the sewer shortcut underneath Varrock, but to be honest, it is just completely shit, so never mind that. And now it is finally time for some Scurious. Here we go. Now, Scurious is actually a pretty easy boss. It is considered an entry-level boss that you can train for some higher level PvM stuff. For me, obviously, it's going to be quite difficult because he does have a decent defense level. Steel knives are not that good and I don't have any supplies, no food, no prayer potions, nothing. So this might be impossible, but we will see just how it goes. The plan is to just protect from all the prayers, try to flick prayers as much as I can, use the steel knives all the time, and hopefully we can get the kill. Okay, here comes the first wave of rats. Now I think these can actually hit you through prayer, which is not ideal for me. And I don't have basically any way to heal, so I really can't be taking... Oh shit, any damage? No, not like this. I mean, okay, it's not a really great attempt anyway so far, so okay. Yeah, there it goes. I think that might be the most difficult part of the fight. The rats are just so annoying and they can hit you through prayer and everything, so without supplies it's gonna be very difficult, but let's give it another shot. Well, I gave it another shot and it went as badly as the first one, so let's change up the plan just a little bit and try to get ourselves a little upgrade. These Birth-Up Archers can drop the green D-High chaps at a rate of 1 in 21. They should be very easy to kill now that we have protection prayers, so we're just gonna flick here. Oh my, these are actually hitting really well. Nice, so this shouldn't take too much time at all, I think. And the green D-High chaps should be at least a little bit helpful in making me hit Scurious more often and take a little bit less damage, hopefully. And there's basically no way for me to get any better chops anyways, so these are going to be a part of the fight cave setups anyways, so might as well get them right now. Oh, there we go. Green D-height chaps. Our inventory slot number 6 is going to be right there. Green D-height chaps are a permanent piece of a setup for the fight caves. Beautiful. Not the best pair of chaps by any means, but the best I can get without wasting any more inventory slots, I think, is going to be right here. And that was basically on money. 21 kills exactly. So yeah, thank you, Berthorpe Archers. Now let's go back to Skurius. Maybe these will make the difference and we can get ourselves a kill right there. I am back, Mr. Rat. Let's get ourselves a kill. Now the spine that we are looking for is, I think, 1 in 33. So even if we get 1 kill here, it's gonna be quite the challenge to get at least enough kills to get that 1 spine. But hopefully we can do this. Let's see. Okay, I mean, it's going really well at the moment. I have to be very mindful about the steel knives. I can't really afford to, oh shit, lose them. And I was just gonna say that I haven't taken any damage and then I miss a flick. But it's okay. We have basically almost full HP. We still have a lot of prey points. And it's going pretty well as long as he doesn't summon any rats. We should be completely fine here. Oh, speak of the devil, or of the rats, I guess. Let's just kill them as fast as we can. At least we can get a lot of range XP. You always max hit on these, which is a 15 max hit, so you get always 60 range XP for each rat, so that's not actually that bad range XP wise. Okay, I can do one thing here. If you didn't know, you can actually eat from the food piles here at Skurius. As long as you are not getting attacked, we can maybe fit in and eat right here. At least when he starts walking back, we should be able to eat from the food pile and restore our health to full. Oh, come on. Yes, there we go. Full HP again. Now the fight has already taken like 5 minutes and we are basically no closer to killing him than at the start. So this might just be impossible with the raid he is healing himself with, but let's see. Oh yeah, okay, I think it is time to give up. He is constantly hovering at 400 HP. We have been here for, I think, 7-8 minutes already. And yeah, we are just not doing enough DPS to get through that healing phase. Very unfortunate. That basically means that we can't kill Skurius with this setup, at least with these range levels. So I either can get a lot of more range levels. Every max hit is like 7 levels, I think. So it's gonna be a lot of training. Or we can move on to plan B, which is exactly what we're going to do. Plan B, also killing Skurius, but before that getting a massive weapon upgrade. Plan A was to kill Skurius first and then get the gear upgrades, but we are shifting that around. Plan B is basically just Plan A but backwards. I'm going to go for the U shortbow and rune arrows, the best ranging setup I can think of getting. The rune arrows we can just buy from a shop, so that's not a big deal, but the U shortbow is a little bit trickier. You see, the only way we can really get one is from the skeleton brutes inside the ancient caverns located underneath the barbarian fishing spots. But to access the caverns, I need to complete the barbarian firemaking training, requiring a bow, a set of oak logs, aka 15 woodcutting, and 35 firemaking. It's going to be a heavy spend, an axe, a tinderbox, a short bow, normal logs and oak logs just to access the caverns. But if I'm right, we might be able to cut at least one of these items off the list and the U short bow will absolutely be worth the inventory slots. Slots number 7 and 8, the bronze axe and the tinderbox. They are completely free from the woodcutting tutor, so there's no problem there, but they are going to be completely useless after we use them for the barbarian firemaking training. But this is basically the only way I can think of getting a decent bow for the fight caves, so it basically has to be done. Here we go, Mr. Woodcutting Tutor, can you teach me the basics of woodcutting and firemaking? There's the bronze axe, thank you. It's going to be absolutely useless after we are done with the firemaking training, but anyways, here we go. And there's the tinderbox as well. 2 inventory slots already used for the promise of a U shortbow in the future. Now we just need to find a way to train woodcutting and firemaking without actually using any more inventory slots. Firemaking at least is going to be very simple. Probably anybody who has done Wintertodt in the early days knows about this location. There are 4 sets of normal logs on top of the Lumbridge Casual. You can just use a tinderbox on these and they will light themselves. And you get some firemaking XP and you don't need to pick up the logs at all. Now woodcutting is gonna be a little bit trickier, but I think there should be a way to actually avoid using normal logs at all. There's level 2 fire making. First, let's get all the way to 35, which we need for burning the oak logs, which is kind of weird. You only need 15 to normally burn them, but for some reason you need 35 to burn them with a bow. Yeah, anyways, let's get 35 fire making and then we can worry about the wood cutting later. There's level 30 fire making. You can now burn willow logs, so 5 more levels for the oak logs with the bow, and then we are done. And there we go, 35 fire making. Members can now burn teak logs and willow pyre logs. It's weird that they don't even show you that you can now use barbarian training to light oak logs like you can see here. But anyways, that is now done. The tinderbox is now basically completely useless, but it's still a part of our inventory forever. So I was looking so hard for ways to get either oak logs without actually using wood cutting, maybe like swamp crabs or something, but obviously for that you need priest imperial and everything, so it's basically not an option. You just need to chop the logs by yourself. But then something caught my eye on the woodcutting XP page. The fishing trawler enormous tentacle can be chopped at level 1 and it gives you 5 woodcutting XP. Weirdly enough, you can play fishing trawler at any level. You just need level 15 fishing if you want any rewards or fishing XP at the end of the game, but you can play it at level 1 as well. And you can chop the tentacle for 5 XP at a time at level 1 woodcutting. Now I assume that this is going to be absolutely horrific. I don't know how many tentacles there's gonna be per game. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 tentacles per game or something like that. So that would be maybe 5 or 10 XP per fishing trawler game, which will be absolutely horrific. But I did normal from 1 to 5 range. It took a lot of hours, so I can do this from 1 to 15 woodcutting as well, I think. So let's just head on in and see how many tentacles we can chop. There it is, enormous tentacle. Chop it, chop it, chop it. Let's see if we can actually get any XP for this. Come on, please work. Please. No, oh no. Oh no, is it actually impossible? Do we not get any XP for this? It might be because we are too low of woodcutting level. Maybe somebody can actually, you know, chop it before we get a chance to do anything. So this might actually be a little bit harder than I thought. There it is again. Chop the enormous tentacle. What are you doing? This is so buggy. Oh my god. Here we go. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop. Give me some XP. No, yet again. Oh no. Oh my, this might be actually impossible. Tentacle number 3, yet again no XP at all. Shit. Alright, that did not really work, so let's try a solo version of the fishing trawler. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 tentacles before the boat actually sinks. I'm not going to be able to repair the boat or, you know, do anything with the bailing buckets or anything, so I'm just going to hope that we can get some XP before the boat actually sinks, and we're just gonna go and get some woodcutting XP if that's possible. Here we go, enormous tentacle, please give me some woodcutting XP. I really don't want to use another inventory slot for normal logs. If I can just avoid it with this, I really want to save these inventory slots. Please give me some woodcutting XP. Yes, yes, it worked. 5 woodcutting XP, let's go. We can actually do this. It's gonna be so slow, my man. Oh my god, look at this. Do we get another XP drop here maybe? Yes! Ooh, look at that, 35 XP already. So yeah, we can get 10 XP per tentacle. I can work with that. I can definitely work with that, but my baby seems to be awake, so I need to sink right now. Alright, so this is the method of getting woodcutting XP without ever touching logs. The only thing we need is the axe that we already have, so it might take me like 8 or 10 hours to get to level 15 woodcutting at this pace, but if it's going to save me an inventory slot, I'm definitely going to do this. And to save me some time before we sink right here, I think I can just hop worlds and I should not sink. I should just end up back at the, I think the place where you normally end up when you sink, like behind the Tower of Life. Let's see. Yeah, right around here. So, okay, that's maybe saves a little bit of time. It's kind of annoying that I have to run all the way from here back to the port hazard right here, but anyways, it's going to work. So I brought my main Ironman here as well, and he's going to be doing all the repairing of the boat with the swamp paste and the bailing buckets and everything, and that just might give us enough time to get a 3rd or maybe even a 4th Kraken tentacle here as well. which would speed this up massively, because I think the longest part of this whole process is just waiting that 1 minute timer for the boat to actually leave from the port, and obviously running back to the port and everything after sinking. So if we could get like 15 or 20 XP per game instead of 10 XP per game, that would massively improve this. Alrighty, there's the first tentacle. Let's chop it down, get that first 10 XP here. There we go, there's the 10 XP, and then my Ironman can go ahead and repair this railing and go back down and repair the boat. And now let's see if we can get another tentacle to appear. Yay, look at that, we actually did it. I don't have that much time left, and it's total chaos downstairs in there. You can't see it at the moment, but it's leaking everywhere, and I only had that one account, so I really need to chop this really fast, please. There we go, 15 XP, maybe even 20, yes, 20 XP per game. I'm just trying to hold on to dear life with my other account down there with my baling buckets and swamp paste and everything, but no, there's the other Kraken. No, we can't get it. Oh man, almost we got 3 Krakens almost, so even 30 XP per game doesn't seem impossible. So this might not be that bad after all, maybe only like a couple of hours and we should be done with 15 woodcutting. Are you ready, boys? The first woodcutting level, there we go, level 2 woodcutting, beautiful. Only 13 more to go and we are done here. And we've got the fabled double Kraken per game, beautiful. 20 XP from this game, not too bad at all. So at the moment it seems like we're getting about 250 XP per hour, which would be about 10 hours of this for 15 woodcutting, but I think we can cut that down to maybe even a couple of hours. Just, you know, have to get those triple Krakens all the time and we should be good. I swear, by the way, this account has the weirdest training methods. First the gnome ball, now the fishing trawler, Kraken woodcutting. Where are we going with this? Level 5 woodcutting, beautiful. Woodcutting. Oh, just look at that. Remaining XP 1. And there's the Kraken, right on time. Let's get it. The final enormous tentacle we are chopping for 15 woodcutting so that we can get our oak logs for the barbarian training. Come on. There we go. Finally, 15 woodcutting. It is done. We can now chop down oak trees. And we only need 1 oak log for the barbarian training. So all of this was about 3 hours, I think, or 4 hours, something like that. And now we can get our 1 singular oak log for the barbarian training. Let's go and get it. Just cut the first oak tree that we see. This should do just fine. Just 1 oak log and not more than that. Beautiful. Slot number 9 goes to oak logs. And now we are ready for the barbarian fire making. Let's go. We do need one more thing for the barbarian fire making, and that is a normal short bow to light the oak logs with. Before we get the U short bow, we need to get a normal short bow, and the easiest way to get one is right here at the Varrock archery shop. So Loeb, sell me 1 normal short bow. There we go. That is slot number 10 already filled up, and we are running low on slots already. I don't know how we are gonna get through the fight case with 18 slots remaining, and we don't even have a single piece of our final gear yet, I think. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least, but now we can go ahead and get our first piece of the puzzle done. So I went and talked to Otto, God blessed, and asked him for wisdom in barbarian fire making. I then tried to light his house on fire, but the game wouldn't let me for some reason. And then then I finally completed the training, lighting oak logs with a normal short bow. After this I asked Otto for some more knowledge on firemaking, and he told me to head down into the caverns beneath this lake, which is where we will find our barbarian spirits that give us the yew short bow. You're about to attempt entry an unknown and potentially hideously dangerous place. Are you sure? Yes, I wish to enter the unknown. And now we have to be extremely careful. Obviously, I am an extreme UIM, which means that I'm also a normal UIM, meaning that if I die here, I drop all of my items onto the floor. I cannot get them back from a gravestone, so if I die, say, in the middle of these mithril dragons, I'm gonna be absolutely fucked. So, as you see, we cannot really afford to take all that much damage or anything here. We just need to kind of bolt through these green dragons and hope that we don't die here. Protect from magic helps a little bit, but this is kind of sketchy. I'm already kind of regretting going here. Where are we even going? Maybe up the stairs down here. Oh god, I think I have been chanced so many times already, but oh my lord, we actually made it. We actually made it. Okay. Here we are. There's nothing too bad in here. Now we can go down the stairs and just safe spot these warriors, or maybe even flick some prayers and kill them. So this should actually work pretty finely. But I think I'm gonna wait the aggro out, the 10-minute aggro timer, so that they are not aggressive to me anymore, and then I can flick them easily. Alrighty, 10 minutes have passed. They should be unaggressive to me, but I'm just gonna put on protect from melee just in case, but I think they should not be attacking me anymore. Yes, beautiful. So we do want to kill the skeletons. I think they are the least combat level and they have the least HP, so they should be the easiest ones to kill. I'm just gonna flick protect from melee and eagle eye, and this should be quite doable. They are gonna be quite durable as well, so it's gonna take a while, but we'll see how long it takes for a kill here. There we go, 2.5 minutes about, and Steel Hasta is our first drop. I actually kind of, weirdly enough, want to pick it up. I don't really have any melee weapons, and that would be all 3 in one. That would be a nice stab, slash, and crush weapon, but I don't think it's really worth it. I really want to get something like Runite or something. I could wield a Rune Scimitar right now, so if I want a melee weapon, I probably should get a Rune Scimitar, not a Steel Hasta. But yeah, 2.5 minutes per kill. It's 1 in 42 for the yew short bow, so it should take me maybe a couple of hours to get that drop, so let's get after it. Oh shit, even more temptations. A dance random? I don't even know where I would use this. If I had this earlier, I might have taken this just, you know, for the range XP and the woodcutting XP and everything. Would have been very useful, but right now I don't think I really need you anymore, so see ya, dance. Kill number 2. Can we see a short bow? Coins? I guess that's better than nothing. Oh shit. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, that's annoying. Now I have to run back there with no gear at all, and I cannot get it back anywhere else. So, oh, and I didn't go through the minigame tutorial for Barbarian Assault, so I have to run from Castle Wars. I am so fucking bad at this game. Oh my god. Alrighty, we are back. Let's try this again. Maybe this time we take a little bit less damage, hopefully, running through the green dragons. If we run through this little corridor, I think we should take a little bit less damage like this. Yep, it seems good so far. Yep, all good. Death runes. I'm gonna need some runes in the future, but I think I'm going to get chaos runes instead of death runes, so yeah, maybe skip these for now, I think. Iron kite shield, no thank you. A mithril grapple, wow. That is actually an item that ironmen usually come here for, to get that before you can actually fletch and smith those, so that's cool. Not at all useful for me, but a pretty cool thing to see. Steel longsword, not good enough. Range level 54, not too bad. Oh, I was so baited. I thought that was a rune med helm. I don't even know. They probably can't even drop rune med helms, but a mithril med helm is not what I want. If it was a rune med helm, I might have even taken it. I'm kind of planning on getting one of those maybe, so. Blood runes, again, the wrong kind of runes, my man. Silver bolts, and there was a strength mix too. These guys have the weirdest drop table. There is. Let's go. You short bow acquired. Slot number 11. Get in there. You short bow, that is going to be our weapon of choice for the fight caves, I think. That is probably the best short bow or any ranging weapon that we can get our hands on with this restriction that we have. So yeah, that's good. And I did absolutely spoon that. 17 kills for the U short bow. Absolutely amazing. Flicking these is not the best activity out there, so I'm definitely very happy that we spooned this one. And this is, by the way, my method of healing up if I need some healing. The monks in Edgeville can heal you for, I think, 11 HP or 10 HP or something like that. Every time you talk to them and ask them to heal you if you are injured, they will just do it for free and it doesn't cost anything, it doesn't cost any inventory slots or anything. So this is my method of getting my health back, and obviously prayer is just praying at an altar, so Edgeville Monastery for the win. Now, obviously, we are going to need some ammunition for the U short bow, and we are going to go straight into the deep end with rune arrows, the best arrows that we can get and shoot from the U short bow. They are going to be extremely expensive, 400 coins a piece here from Ranging Guild, but we can make some money. It's not a problem. It just takes a little bit of time, but they are infinitely better than adamant arrows, so they are definitely going to be my next priority. And it seems like they go up in price 4 coins at a time each time you buy one, so I think I'm gonna stick in buying 5 per world, but that is our slot number 12 already used for rune arrows and the U short bow. And the cash stack is gone and we have exactly 39 rune arrows. That's not going to last me all that long, so yeah, we do need to go and get some more steel plate putties from the wilderness, sell them to the bandit camp and make some more money. I think at least about 100k should be what I'm aiming for, maybe about 400 rune arrows. That should be enough for at least one scurry skill, I hope. So let's go get some more steel plate bodies. Now, Ultimate Ironman don't keep any items on death, and I definitely don't want to lose this U short bow that I just spent so much time getting. So I'm going to be death piling here on the Edgeville Nettles. Kind of ironically using the method that I just bashed in episode 1, but anyways, there goes the U short bow. It's gonna stay there for 1 hour, so we have 1 hour to make money in the wilderness. Looting bag acquired, escort service acquired, 29 steel plate bodies acquired, and now we destroy the looting bag and start selling these one by one to the bandit store, and this should get us about 15 or 16k, so we do need to do this a couple more times. This takes about 20 minutes or 30 minutes a trip, so we can do, I think, 2 trips per death pile, so we do need to go and reset that at some point, but we only should need to do that maybe a couple of times, and then we should have enough rune arrows for the first scurrious attempt. Alright, couple of hours later, we have 231k cash. That is pretty good. We still have our U short bow, we have all our stuff, we didn't get PK'd once, we didn't die once, everything is perfectly fine and good, so now let's go and splurge all of this beautiful cash on rune arrows. Last 5 and that should do it. 600 rune arrows should be pretty good for a while, and we have exactly 2.6k left. So yeah, every time we have to do this, it's gonna be at least a couple of hours of steel plate body picking, but it's okay. We have basically the best ranging setup that we can have. U short bow, rune arrows should be completely fine for scurrious and the fight caves, so let's go ahead and give the Rat King another try. Oh yes, the short bow is hitting so well and the rune arrows are doing so much damage. We definitely have the power to kill him. It's just that if we can survive it this whole time is the question. The rats are still the biggest problem here. There we go, we have entered the final phase of the fight. Now he's just gonna be sitting there in the middle, shooting some projectiles at us and summoning rats every now and then. It kinda depends on how many rats he spawns, if we can get the kill or not, because yeah, the projectiles are not a problem, but the rats are definitely. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be absolutely horrible. Oh my god. Because you have to kind of flick prayers between melee and whatever scurry is attacking you with. Oh, this is not good, dude. Okay, we made it through that wave. Now, if you don't spawn any more waves, we might be okay. Please don't spawn any more rats. Can I eat? No, please. No, I couldn't eat. Okay. Well, it was close. 82 HP left on Scurrius, so we can get that. We can do it. We can do this, absolutely. We just need to be a little bit more careful with the damage we take. Oh, there we go. I had 3 prayer points left, so I really had to be careful with the flicks, and I guess I missed one, or maybe I got hit by the rocks or something. It's a little bit difficult. Okay, this is looking extremely promising. I'm full health. I used the food piles, so I am very good on health. I still have a lot of prayer points, and he should be entering the last phase anytime, I think right now, so we should maybe get the kill here, I hope. Oh, fucking rats. Oh no. Oh my dear lord. No, no more rats, please. 17 HP on Scurrius and I'm summoning rats. And I missed a flick. No, this is so bad. This is so bad. I have two prayer points, 9 HP. Please. No, I'm out of prayer. Saved. Please. Yes, look at that. No prayer, 4 HP. You need to go, rat. And you need to go as well. Oh my god, we actually did it. What do we get? A lobster? Oh my, oh my. Well, we got Scurrius down. We actually did it. Just the U-shot bow and the rune arrows and green d'hide chaps, and that's everything. No supplies at all. Even though it wasn't easy, and I think I used 120 of my 600 rune arrows. Welcome back! It's the 3rd episode of Xtreme UIM and I have been busy between the episodes. Previously I spent tens of hours on extremely niche training methods like gnome ball and cutting the kraken tentacle in the fishing trawler. I did this because these methods don't involve any inventory usage, unlike normally cutting trees or using a bow and arrows. Every item slot is permanent and every item counts towards how easy or how difficult my fire cape attempt will be, so I don't want to touch items like normal logs or bronze arrows if I can skip them. After lots of trials and tribulations, I managed to obtain a U-shot bow, my best in slot weapon for the fight caves. And by picking up and selling steel plate bodies in the wilderness for about 5 hours, I bought a ton of rune arrows and steel knives to train with. And here's the result. Level 60 ranged, giving us a max hit of 14 with rune arrows and eagle eye. All of this was done to skip yet another item. Mind runes. Using a Scurrius spine for an antique lamp giving 5000 XP in a combat skill of choice is the only way to train magic at level 1 without using extra inventory slots. As I am planning to train ranged and prayer with spines anyways, so an extra spine for magic will not use another inventory slot. I did already get 1 Scurrius kill last episode, proving that it is possible even with this scuffed gear and stats, but now with a bigger max hit and accuracy, it should be a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and give the Rat King another go. Okay, Mr. Rat King, it's time for round 2, or round 7 I guess. I died quite a lot of times here last time, but now we have a max hit of 14, we should have a lot more accuracy as well. So I hope this is gonna be a little bit easier this time. Wow, it has been a little while since I was here last time, and you can definitely tell my prayer flicks are not on point at the moment. Oh, it's baby rat time again. This is definitely the hardest part of the fight. Before you get your bone weapon and you can one-tick kill each of these, it's really difficult to kill all of them very fast, but we did it. And yeah, you have to flick against Scurrius as well at the same time. It's not too easy. Okay, let's see if we can fit in eat here. Please, eat. Ooh, we just made it. Okay. Everything's good. We are healed back to almost full HP. You can heal from these every 10 minutes, I think.
A few minutes later.
Okay, it is the final phase. He's going to the middle, and obviously it's rats once again. And you have to flick your magics and everything all the same time. Oh, it's a lot to deal with at the same time. The rats, the scariest sprayers, and the falling rubble and everything. Oh my. And I have to also pick up everything I chuck in here because I don't have money to buy anything. Oh, the baby rats, the baby rats, the baby rats, they are ruthless. Oh, wow. Okay, I just have to figure out how to kill the rats in the last phase, and we should be able to get some kills here, but that is really, really difficult. Yep. Okay, I think that is the way I need to trap the rats behind Scarius, but it's really hard to do while you have to swap your prayers and watch out for the melees and yeah, everything. So, okay, did we do it? I think we did. So there are 4 rats now behind Scarius, so now he shouldn't be able to summon any more of them. And as long as I can prayer flick here with my 1 prayer point and 4 HP, I should be completely okay, and we should get the kill right here. Please, one more. Okay. Yes, we got it, we got it. Second kill. And now just deal with the rats before they come here. And the drop is a rune full helm. It's really good, we don't really need it, and we are not going to use an inventory slot for it at the moment, so not what I wanted, but we at least got the kill, so that's something. And now I need to really get out of here. Oh yes, the rat trap is working wonders, so yeah, this is actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it, so not too bad. Let's see the drop for the 3rd kill. Anything good? Oh my lord, oh my lord, the Scarius Spine, the one drop we are looking for at the moment. I really don't know if I want anything else from Scarius at the moment, but the Scarius Spine is exactly what we are here for. Holy spoonage, Scarius Spine on a 3 kill count. Now we could use it on magic immediately and just move on to the crazy archaeologist, but I think I'm actually going to make my U shortbow into a bone shortbow. It's going to take 50,000 coins, the spine and my U shortbow, all of them to make a bone shortbow. Aldo handed the bone shortbow to you, and there we go. So that is another inventory slot used for the bone shortbow. Now obviously it's not going to be useful for anything else than more Scarius, because you can't even attack anything else than rats with it. But it does have 10 extra max hits, increased accuracy, and basically almost doubles my DPS against Scarius. So it's definitely a very, very good weapon to have against Scarius. And I do still want to train more at Scarius. I want to get some more ranged levels. I want to get some more prayer levels by turning the spines into lamps and using those on prayer. So I'm definitely going to enjoy using these at Scarius. And with this new weapon we should get another spine in basically no time whatsoever, and then we can get our magic rolling as well. Oh yes, and that was item number 14, so we are halfway through our inventory. 14 more items that we can get for the 5 caves. I think most of those will probably be prayer potions, food and some gear, hopefully. So let's get back to farming some Scarius. 18, 22. Oh my dear god. That's like a night and day difference between the U-shot bow and the bone bow. This is actually cracked. 23. What's my max hit? Like 25, I think? Because it was 15 without it. So yeah, 25 I think is my max hit with this thing. It's actually just cracked. Oh yes, and the rats. Look at this. Whoop, 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 whoop. A range level, everything. Oh my dear lord, I love this weapon. Yo, look at that, efficient pest control. I think that's killing all of the rats in 1 tick. So 6 rats, 6 ticks or something like that. Yeah, that's very nice. And we are basically just decimating Scarius. I've taken a little bit of dumb damage here, but it's okay. Oh my lord, that was so much easier. And a combat achievement, Sit Rat and 30 lore runes. I think Sit Rat is basically killing Scarius with a rat bone weapon. Okay, so that is 4 kill count. We're gonna take the big bones and bury them. We're not gonna take the lore runes. I'm not gonna need them for anything. But now we can basically farm Scarius whenever we want and how much ever we want. It should be very, very easy from now on. Kill count number 5. What do we get this time? Anything good? A rune chain body. That is very, very, very tempting, but that's still a nope. Not good enough for me. Yo, kill count number 6. Perfect. Scarius. We didn't take any avoidable damage, I think. Oh, and a prayer potion. Wow, should I take this? Yes, I should, I think. There we go. That is another inventory slot. I'm going to need some prayer restoration for the fight caves, so this is going to be one of them. Absolutely. I'm not sure how many prayer potions I'm gonna get, but at least one of them is good to have already. KC number 8. That is a rune square shield on the ground, and this guy just keeps spitting out the rune items. I so want to pick all of this up, but I just can't, so... yeah, just gonna stay on the ground, and I'm just gonna keep farming. There we go, that is kill count number 10, and that is a Scurrius champion and a rune medhelm. Basically every drop is just rune. That is so good. And I really am kind of tempted to pick this up, but I have another plan for my helmet slot, so maybe not just yet. Oh, 62 ranged, 59 combat as well. The XP with this bone bow is just cracked. Look at that XP from the rats. I mean... you gotta love that. 11 kill count. Oh, death runes. If that was chaos runes, I would pick those up. But death runes is not good enough. I need chaos runes to train my magic. I'm not going to skip all the chaos spells as well. It's gonna take way too many spines. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for the chaos runes and pick those up. KC number 13. Prayer potion. Yet again. Oh my, do I want to pick this up? I really don't know yet. I'm not sure how many inventory spaces I'm going to need for the rest of my things. The gear that I'm going to pick up, but... maybe I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to get some more of these, surely, right? So... 15 KC and Chaos Runes. Let's go. 104 Chaos Runes. That is going to be our item number 16 already. Beautiful. 104 Chaos Runes in the bank. We are definitely going to use this against the Crazy Archaeologist once we get our Scurrius Spine and we can skip our early magic levels. Oh, he just keeps tempting me with all the rune items. Rune battle axe this time. I really want that. 63 ranged. The XP is still very much cracked. And then we have 22 KC for some law runes, not too bad. I'm still picking up all of my rune arrows, and we still have a decent amount of this, so not too bad, but the kills are going by very, very fast. The first few kills were so goddamn slow and I died like 7 times or something on the first kill, but yep, now they are really rolling in. Now that is quite something. No food, no prayer potions, basically no gear at all except for the bow. And there's 2 kills in one trip. Maybe we could even do 3 of them if I was a little bit more careful with the flicks. But yeah, that's going to save a lot of time if we can do 2 or 3 kill trips. 64 ranged, 60 combat, 450 total, all the levels. Wow. And the drop is a stinky fish. Yo, another 102 Chaos Runes at kill count number 33. And that is the kill count for the Scurrius Spine as well, or the drop rate for Scurrius Spine as well. So maybe we can expect another one pretty soon, hopefully. Dang, 65 ranged, 61 combat already. And this is my 40th kill here, so 40 kills and range level from 60 to 65 is pretty freaking mental. Scurrius is so good for XP. Kill count number 45 and the drop is Chaos Runes. Nice, you can barely see it from all those rune arrows. I just have this highlighted so that I don't miss any of them because it's really a pain in the ass getting them back. But yeah, another 100 Chaos Runes, definitely like that. And that is 50 KC at Scurrius and the drop is 21 rune arrows. Not too bad. I mean, it's one of the drops that I can actually pick up, so can't complain about that. But yeah, 50 KC. This is what the log is looking like at the moment. A lot of rune items, a couple of Chaos Rune drops, some rune arrows, and obviously 1 spine. And we are still looking for that second spine so that we can move on to some magic. Well, guess what? I am basically out of rune arrows yet again. So I did a couple of steel plate body runs in the wilderness, got myself about 75,000 coins. So this should maybe get us about 200 arrows or so. Okay, scrap that. I did a couple of more runs actually, and I am now at 575 rune arrows. Now, hopefully this is enough. I really don't want to go back to the wilderness and do some more runs, and I really don't want to overdo it either because once I'm done with Scurrius, I'm basically heading heading into wilderness to kill the crazy archaeologist, so I don't really want to, be risking all of my rune arrows. So we just hope that these 500 arrows will get us the spine. Holy shit, look at that, 4 kills in one trip, a rune square shield, rune med helm, lobsters and addy arrows as drops. I am extremely pleased with that. As for the XP we are getting from Scarius, it's about 35k per hour, which is actually not too bad considering that I'm constantly just leaving to reset my prayer and HP and everything, and we have gained 260k so far. So yes, Scarius is definitely paying off. All of these will be massively helpful for the fight caves in the future. I'm just kind of hoping that we would maybe hit the second spine anytime soon. Yes, there it is, Scarius Spine number 2 at 59 kill count. So we are actually still below the rate for 2 of these. So I really can't complain, even though this took like, I think 6-7 hours or something to farm this second spine. Yeah, it's not very fast with this account. But here we go, we are using another inventory slot to trade the Scarius Spine for an antique lamp right there. And then we are using the antique lamp on, I was almost saying prayer, but magic is the one we are going to use it on. This one single lamp will provide us 5,000 magic XP. Look at that, your magic is now level 20. And that means that we can skip all the mind runes and all the low level spells and go into Wind Bolt at level 17 already. Now we just need some air runes, or maybe an air staff would be preferable, and we are good to go for the next boss. 2 more steel plate body runs and 30,000 GP, just a little bit above as well. Yeah, let's go and get some more runes. I need some more case runes, I need an air staff as well, so this should be hopefully enough. Alright, so slot number 18 will be dedicated to an air staff. Just a normal staff of air. It doesn't need to be a battle staff, it doesn't need to be anything fancy, but this will do just fine. Now we can cast Wind Bolt as much as we want, and that is exactly what we want. And we are going to spend the rest of our money on some chaos runes as well. And the great thing about the bone bow is that even if we are killed by a player in the wilderness, we should keep our bone bow on death. Drop it where we die and then pick it up. So we shouldn't be risking anything basically of value when we go into wilderness. Maybe just the rune arrows might be a little bit ass to lose, but yep, there we go, 628 chaos runes. That should get us at least a couple of kills. I don't know how hard it is going to be to hit the crazy archaeologist without any gear and with just a wind bolt at level 20 magic. But I guess we will find out. I mean, Scarius was scuffed as well. Crazy Archaeologist might as well be very scuffed, but we'll see. As a boss, Crazy Archaeologist is not all that crazy. All you have to do is pray ranged, attack with magic, and every once in a while dodge the Rain of Knowledge attack when he throws some explosive books at you. The difficulty here comes from my gear and supply situation. No prayer potions and no food means I have to one-tick flick prayers the whole fight. And every time he throws the explosives I have to move and quite possibly lose a prayer point or 2. According to the DPS calculator, my average time to kill is over 7 minutes. So making my 57 hit points and 44 prayer points last through that whole 7 minutes is going to be a challenge. So that didn't go exactly according to plan. It is just way too long of a time to flick and try to kill him. So I am here in the Isle of Souls in the Crumbling Tower. You might have heard of this place or maybe not. This is the home to Forgotten Souls. They have an air weakness of 50%, meaning that my max hit will be 13 instead of 9. There you go. They also have very low magic defenses, low magic levels, and are generally just easy to kill and have decent hit points, so I'm gonna be training magic here for a while. With the semi-recent change into how the damage scales with your normal spells, each additional tier of bolt spell that I unlock is going to add 1 more max hit into my Wind Bolt. So if I get my magic level all the way to 35, then my max hit is going to be 12, and my accuracy will be substantially better as well. And just looking at the DPS calculations between level 20 magic and 35 magic, it is over twice as fast to kill the crazy archaeologist at that level. So we are shooting for level 35 magic, and then we are going to farm the crazy archaeologist yet again. 26 magic, 27 magic, 28 magic, 29 big level 30 magic, 31, there's 32 magic, and 33 magic, 2 more to go, 34 magic, and that is the last chaos rune on the Forgotten Souls. We didn't get to 35 magic, but very close. We are going to get that in probably the first half of the next crazy archaeologist kill, so we'll just book with that. So now with level 35 magic, our average time to kill will be less than 4 minutes, which it should be definitely doable. I just need to go and get some more chaos runes, and for that I think I need to go and get some more steel plate bodies from the wilderness. Alrighty, that should do it. 676 chaos runes, that should be enough for at least a while. I hope we can get a couple of kills with this. Yeah, let's go and give him another try. Just as a quick reminder, what we're looking for here is the Amulet of Power at a rate of 1 in 18 and the Red Dehyde Body at the rate of 1 in 32. So hopefully under 30 kills should be enough to get both of them. And once we have those, our ranged gear starts looking pretty damn good actually. Rain of Knowledge, and that should be magic level 35. There we go. So our max hit should now be 12. And it's not going to go above that ever again, basically. So now our max hit is maxed out, if you will. Obviously, every magic level is going to give us some more accuracy, which will definitely help against this guy. He does have a decent magic defense, so it's a little bit hard to hit him at the moment. As you can see, I'm missing and splashing quite a lot. But anyways, it's going well. He's down to 60 HP. I still have way more than half of my prayer left, so this should be quite doable and farmable from here on out. Oh my... Oh, you little freaking Rick Turpentine. Scared the shit out of me. I'm still kind of wary that there can be some PKs here, so please go away. No! No! No, no, no. Oh my god, I had it on left click, dismiss. No way. Okay. Well, the next inventory slot will be dedicated to an uncut ruby of all things. And that is completely my own fault as well. Can we get a replay of that? I had the left click set to dismiss and I right clicked and intuitively just scrolled down and clicked talk to instead of dismiss. So okay, that's one inventory slot of our 28 ones completely wasted. And well, at least we got the archaeologist kill, we got the medium combat task, and yeah, now I guess we are the proud owner of one uncut ruby for the eternity of this account. Oh, that is rough, and I kinda knew that this might happen with some items, but I expected it to happen with the big bones or something, not with a random event just bombing my inventory with an uncut ruby. Alrighty, third kill, anything good? Rune knives. Oh, that's... They are on the same table as the other weapons and armor, including the Amulet of Power and the Red Dehyde Body, and they're the same rarity as well. Oh, that's bad. I think my items actually might be visible to everyone in the wilderness, so I might actually have to be quite fast getting back there. Okay, there's a dot, there's everything there, we are good to go. Nothing has been taken, I think, so everything should be good. Just take all of this and don't die again. No, wait a second, where's my bone bow? Everything else is there, but my bone bow seems to be missing. You don't lose that on death, do you? I mean, it's untradeable, I know that, but you shouldn't lose that on death, right? UIMs should just drop all of their untradables on the ground, unless it's maybe a breakable item and it goes to Purdue, but I don't think it is. Well, there's the kill number 5 finished for some red dragon hide, of course, not the dehyde body, but some red dragon hide. And yeah, from what I can read, it seems that the bone bow is just gone. for whatever reason. It's not unbreakable unique, it's not on Purdue, I checked and it's not there, and it wasn't on the ground, and it's nowhere to be seen, so I guess rip to my Scurrier Spine, I will have to get another one at some point, so that's kinda annoying. 38 magic on the skill, which means that our accuracy is getting better and better. Even though our max hit is not getting anywhere, it's still nice to get some more accuracy, and some white berries for KC number 7, still no uniques. Another trip of steel plate buddies, another trip of chaos runes, and this time we are with 721 of them. That should be another maybe 10-ish kills. I got about 10 kills with the same amount previously as well, so I think I'm actually gonna go and do another couple of trips of steel plate buddies and store the money in the LMS coffer. I don't want to risk too much in the wilderness. But I can store it in the coffer, and I would rather do it all right now than just, you know, continuously go back there. So I guess see you in like an hour or two back at the Crazy Archaeologist. Kill number 10. No way. I got baited by the... Okay, the medium combat task, Crazy Archaeologist champion, and a muddy key. I thought I got a fedora or something. Look at that, a level 40 magician. KC 13, some silver ore, not too fancy. 41 magic, and we should get a kill as well right now. Pretty good timing for some anchovy pizzas. Yuck. Kill number 16. What do we get this time? Ooh, a prayer potion. Yes, please, I do want that. Absolutely. I still haven't decided what my final inventory will be like, how many prayer potions I can fit in there. But at least 1 or 2 should be good. Oh, and it went into my loading bag. Just a sec. Wait, where did it... Yes, I am definitely aware of the UAM and looting bag mechanics. Trust me, bro. KC 17. Yet another prayer potion. Beautiful. This time we don't have a looting bag, and that's actually going to be another item slot used for a prayer potion. Absolutely worth it. There's 42 magic as well, and I think I should have room for maybe 4 or 5 prayer potions, so I definitely do want to pick these up. Yo, did you know that actually one of the only quests that you can do on an inventory locked Ironman that doesn't have access to his inventory is Children of the Sun. You can actually complete the quest without using any inventory spaces at all, so there you go, there's Children of the Sun. Yeah, I was getting a little bit fed up with the Crazy Archaeologist. Well, there we have KC number 19 for some rune javelins. I am out of HP, out of prayer, and out of chaos runes as well. And there's a system update, everything is going downhill. But a massive shout out to Past Me for doing all those steel plate buddy runs and storing the money here in the LMS coffer. 80,000 coins stored up. Which means I don't have to go pick up any more steel plate bodies right now, which is absolutely beautiful. This should be enough for about 1,000 chaos runes, which could get us about 15 kills or so. So we should hit the raid for both the red Dighead body and the Amulet of Power. So hopefully this is the last time we need to restock on chaos runes. Whoa! What was that? Okay, Crazy Archaeologist got hands. That is kill count number 24. Some coins. Well, at least we can pick them up. I guess that is the 3rd best drop after the items and prayer potions that I can get, so... okay, it's good. Oh, barely got another kill in the same trip. Muddy key, no thank you. But yeah, 3 HP, 11 prayer points, and I did not have to go to Ferox in between those kills. I'd rather not learn. Oh, that's the one for not getting hit by his Rain of Knowledge attack. So yeah, 24 KC for that. Maybe I'm not the PVM god that I think I am. And that should be kill count number 25 and the hard combat task, Crazy Archaeologist Adept. So if I'm not mistaken, that is the last combat achievement for the Crazy Archaeologist. Let's see here. Yep, Crazy Archaeologist is now green locked along with Scurrier. So 2 bosses, both of them green locked for combat tasks. Maybe I am the PVM god I thought I was. Well, 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 guess who died again, and this time lost both of their prayer potions. That does kind of suck. Just means that I have to farm some more Scarius and Crazy Archaeologists to get them back. It's not the end of the world, but it is a little setback yet again. This boss is not treating me very well at the moment. I take back everything I said. There it is, the Amulet of Power. Beautiful. Inventory slot number 21 for the Amulet Ouchies of Power. So, as you might know, the Amulet of Power is a very good amulet. It's like a mini glory, plus 6 in all of the attack and defense bonuses, plus 6 melee strength and a little bit of prayer bonus in there as well. It is our best slot amulet and our amulet of choice for the fight caves. And now we just need the red d'hide body, and then we're gonna go and start hunting for the rest of our items. You have got to be kidding me. Amulet of Powers back to back. 1 in 18, first you don't get anything and then you get them back to back, so yep. Magic level 45. Oh, and that is total level 500 on the account as well. It's kind of funny. 500 total level, and I'm soon going into the fight caves, and there's a muddy key yet again. I think that's my third one, and they are the same drop rate as the d'hide buddy. And we are approaching that 32 KC very, very quickly, so where is it? The next few days were mostly the same. Kill after kill after kill, the odd amulet of power here and there, a death every once in a while to an unexpected book explosion. I even sold off all my rune arrows to make more money for the chaos runes. And the d'hide buddy just kept eluding me, no matter how many kills I got. Until finally... Bro, what the hell is that? Dragon arrows 1 in 128. Those are actually quite damn expensive as well. I think that might be easily like 200k or something on the GE. No, d'hide buddy still 49 KC. Yes! Finally! I'm free! Let's go! Let's get out of here, finally. Oh my dear lord. I have been here for like 4 days straight and I just simply cannot take it anymore. 50 KC on the dot as well. That is poetic. There we go. A massive upgrade for the fight caves. Borderline necessary, not like actually maybe necessary, but very, very, very extremely helpful for the fight caves. Alongside with the power amulet, our range bonus now is plus 39, and we don't even have our U-shot bow anymore. So we do need to get that back, and we do need to train our range some more, and we still need to fill out some of these item slots. A helmet, probably some gloves and boots, and yeah, we are looking pretty good for the fight caves. We have 6 more inventory slots, and yeah, it's getting tight. The series is coming to an end pretty damn soon, and soon we are going for the fight caves, and we are gonna get that fire cape. Welcome back everyone. Previously I obtained 2 massive upgrades for the fight caves, the Amulet of Power and the red d'hide body. Now our range gear for the fight caves is starting to look pretty good, except yeah, I don't have a U-shot bow anymore as I used it to make a bone bow and then promptly lost it in the wilderness. Something else also happened in the wilderness, but my therapist said that I am not ready to talk about it openly yet. So the first order of business today is to get our bow back. Now, luckily for me, I have a massive stack of cash and a wind staff, and the skeletons that drop the U-shot bow are weak to air spells. So let's go ahead and buy some chaos runes, head in there and farm our bow back, and then we can start filling up these 6 remaining slots for the fight caves. So I did do a couple of steel plate body runs. I'm up to 600k cash, which is actually quite a lot of cash on this account. It's really not that easy to come by, and yeah, we are going to buy a lot of chaos runes. I think about 1,000 or so should be enough so that we can get a new U-shot bow. Just top that off, 900 chaos runes. That should hopefully be enough to get a new U-shot bow. So we are setting this to wind bolt and off we go. Luckily the skeletons are weak to air spells, so that should be a little bit easier. And finally I did also complete the tutorial for Barbarian Assault, so now I can finally use the minicam teleports there. I died and run there back like maybe 5 or 6 times. So finally I can actually teleport. And so it begins. It's a 1 in 42 drop if I'm not mistaken, so we are gonna be flicking here for a little while. It's not too fast, they have 124 health each, so it's going to take a little while, but hopefully we can get it soon. First kill, nope. Kill number 2, what do we get? Oh, that is so close. That's U-logs, not the U-shot bow. A pink beam, that is coins. Wow, a 17. Okay. That was fast. I think I got like 4 kills and I died. Wow. I think this is actually a little bit better place to kill them. There's only 1 skeleton here, so I don't get jumped all that much, and they have a little bit less health, only 114. And there's some more U-logs, beautiful. But yeah, I think this is actually a little bit better. I don't get instantly jumped by the dragons or anything, so I think I'm gonna do my kills here. Gold and gold. That is the 4th set of U-logs I have received, I think. Can't you just give me the bow? I am contemplating life choices really hard here. The previous guy dropped a rune scimitar. I don't know if I need that. I probably don't, but it would be a really good melee weapon to have. I don't really know if I need melee for anything, but maybe... the inventory slots are getting so scarce. I really want to take it, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's the best not to. This is a joke, right? Right? This is a joke? Well, that is the end of the Chaos Runes. I used almost all 900 of them and I got, I think, 35 kills. So we are almost at the drop rate for a new U-shot bow. Let's go and restock maybe another 1,000 or so Chaos Runes and surely we'll get it next time. You're gonna crash me? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Didn't really expect to get crashed here, but I guess, welcome, buddy. Yo, no way, there it is. U-shot bow, let's go. This guy's a lucky charm. No way. Instantly when this guy crashed me, I got the U-shot bow. Twisted Goob, is that your name? Twisted Goob? Yes, thank you. You are a lucky charm, my man. Thank you so much. Bless you, man. Damn, what a nice guy. Hopefully he gets his drop soon enough as well. We are completely out of here. I don't think... Well, maybe we do need 1 more U-shot bow because I'm going to turn this back into a bone bow and we do need another U-shot bow for the fight caves. So, how do you actually get out of this place? Both my home teleport and my minigame teleports are on cooldown. So, where is the exit right here? This is... not the map, so where's the exit? How do you get out of here? Apparently it's that log right there. I have never actually left this cavern via walking out of here. I have only just, you know, always teleported out, so there's some sort of an aged log right here. How neat. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Yeah, there's actually some paddling and canoeing going on here. Okay. It is time to splurge every single bit of money we have on rune arrows. I still want to do more training at Skurious. There are still a couple of more item slots that I want to fill, so we are going to need a lot of arrows. And we have 450k approximately, so all of that is going into rune arrows. There we go, 1000 rune arrows exactly. That should be good for a while, but we are still missing a couple of item slots. Even though our range gear is actually looking quite good at the moment, we have plus 86 ranged attack, but we can still definitely improve. Our helmet, our feet and hand slots are completely empty, and I do know exactly where to start filling these out. Welcome to Lizardman Shamans. Yes, Lizardman Shamans is what I'm going to farm next, and even though it sounds impossible, I do have a strategy to do this. They drop not only the Dragon Warhammer, which I'm not actually going for, but it would be really cool to get, but also the Rune Made Helm giving decent defensive bonuses, and the Red D-Hide Van Braces being the best hand slot equipment that I can get my hands on. On my main account, I'm going to be doing something called Red X Stalling, which basically means I need to keep my main in a Red X action while the Lizardman Shaman spawns on this marked tile. So what I'm going to do is click on this cooked Karambwan or any item that you have dropped here and then open my house options before I actually pick that item up. This is going to stall the red X, so to say, and now I'm in a permanent red X action, which means that the Lizardman Shaman cannot move from this position. And now all I have to do on the account that I want the items on is to just go there and attack the Lizardman Shaman, and it cannot attack back, which is pretty damn cool. I just need to get there kind of safely without getting poisoned preferably and without drawing any attention from these other guys. So okay, that doesn't work. Oh fuck. No, this went horribly wrong. No. Okay, I'm dead. Okay, attempt number 2, the Lizardman Shaman is dead, and now all I need to do is click and open, and there we go. That should be good enough. And it works. He doesn't move at all. And now Periventry is already in the spot. He is poisoned, but not horribly. It's only a couple of poison damage, I think, so I should be able to survive this and get some kills here. So all I really need to be careful about here is not going too close that I aggro this shaman. So if I stand right here, this should be good. And look at that. I can just attack it and it will not attack back. As long as I don't move further in than this, I am completely fine right here. I can just flick my eagle eye and get some free kills. And we should be getting the upgrades in no time. Okay, this seems to be a safe tile. How about this one? Nope, that is not good. Not good. I am so badly poisoned. 10 poison damage. I have a... maybe like 20 or 30 seconds before I die, so maybe we can get this one kill, hopefully. There we go, that is the first Lizardman Shaman killed. It does take quite a while and it does use quite a lot of rune arrows as well. But if I can do this consistently, it shouldn't be a problem. I should get some pretty sizable upgrades from this as well. But I am very badly poisoned, so farewell, good world. We are back, and there is the kill number 2. Let's see what we get. Some coins and big bones. Not too great. Kill number 3. What do we get? Rune Warhammer. Imagine if we actually got the Dragon Warhammer. That would be the fucking most hilarious thing ever to happen on this account. Ooh, almost 6,000 coins. That is not too bad. That is at least going to cover some of the cost of the rune arrows. These things are not cheap, so that's not too bad. Hey, another 5k drop. We do like those. That is the one of the best things that I can get because I can't really pick up any other drops, so... Another one, a third Rune Warhammer in, what is that, 30 kills or so? Yeah, 30 kills, 3 Rune Warhammers. What in the hell? Can't you just give me the dragon one, maybe? Oh, there it is, the Rune Medhelm. That is going to be item slot number 23, right there. Rune Medhelm, decent defensive bonuses. It's not going to give us any offensive bonuses, but defense is equally, well, maybe not equally, but it's at least somewhat important in the fight caves. I really can't get any good ranged helmets, so a defensive helmet is the second best option. This one gives plus 22 in ranged defense, which is the most important stat here. So that is one thing down. Now we only need the red D'hide vamps from these Lizardman Shamans. That is the more important upgrade here, and maybe the Dragon Warhammer as well, but I'm not really expecting that one. Maybe a little back-to-back. Nope, that is a collection log for a Xerix Talisman Inert. I don't have any use for that, but it's pretty cool to get some collection logs. Wow, okay, we are clogging hard. That is a long bone, a 1 in 400 if I'm not mistaken. Alrighty, not exactly what I was expecting, but maybe... Okay, yeah. 65 kills, 6 Rune Warhammers, a Xerix Talisman and a Longbone. That is a weird log if I had to say. 5k coins, can't be mad about that. Yes, there it is, the red D-Hide Vamp Races, let's go! That is item slot number 24 filled out, and that is actually the best hand slot that I can get my hands on, no pun intended. These bad boys give a plus 10 ranging bonus, that is actually crazy good, that is so good for my account, and that is one of the last things I actually needed. That is the last equipment slot that I'm going to fill out. 4 item slots remain and we are maxed out on gear. These slots are going to be filled with prayer potions and those we are going to get from our good old friend Mr. Scurious. So it's time to start hunting. What I'm looking for is 75 ranged for one more max hit with Eagle Eye, 49 prayer for redemption which can save us in a pickle, and a couple of more prayer potions, and I will farm Scurious for as long as it takes to get all of those stats up. It's gonna be a little bit difficult without the bone bow at first, but once we get that back it should be a little bit easier, so Scurious, you should be scared. Oh, I forgot how sloggy this is killing the rats without the bone bow. Maybe I should go and get some more steel knives, that would be one tick faster on these rats, so that might be a good idea. Alright, first attempt back, we got the kill, we are in decent shape, not too bad. And do we get anything? Some trout and big bones. 62 KC, and yeah, we are starting off real good. 67 KC and a prayer potion, okay, nice. And I actually have a dedicated inventory slot for this already, because I got 2 prayer potions and then lost them in the wilderness. So yeah, this is actually not even a new inventory slot for us. So yeah, that is 2 out of 5 prayer potions filled out. I'm still looking for that spine, which would make this 1,000 times easier, but we hope that we are going to get it soon here. KC 71, what do we get? Chaos runes, not too bad, I can actually pick those up, so that is always a positive. 69 range, 6 more levels to go, just have to double my XP basically. KC 81, any good? Ranging potion 1. That is actually an interesting choice. Maybe it might be useful, but I'm not going to waste an inventory slot for that. A full prayer potion must be better than that. Big milestone, level 70 ranged. 5 more levels to go. Kill count 90. Anything good? Rune arrows, okay. It's not the worst. KC 95, and that is a prayer potion. That is item slot number 25 filled out. 3 more inventory slots remain, and that is it. Yeah, getting so close to the end of the series. It's kind of sad, but also very exciting. There we go. Kill count 100 for a tuna. Big tuna. Well, that is 100 kills. We still don't have the spine. We are way overrated at the moment, so hopefully we are getting it soon, because it would make this like at least 2 or 3 times faster with all the rats and everything. Yeah, I would really like that. Yo, another prayer potion, let's go. That is number 26. 1 more and we are filled out. Oh my, look at that. 1 more prayer potion, we are actually filled out. I need to say 1 more slot for the fire cape itself, but after this, yeah, we are maxed out. 71 range, 4 more levels to go. KC 109. There it is, prayer potion, and that is the last one. 27 out of 28 inventory slots are filled out. 1 more for the fire cape itself, but that is actually it. We are done. This is what my inventory is going to look like for the rest of the account, unless we get the fire cape. But yeah. Wow, that is actually massive. Kill count 120 for a rune battle axe, meaning that we are now over twice the drop rate for a spine. We are getting very dry, and it would be really important to get that 1 spine at least, so that we can actually finish our training here I can train prayer and elsewhere. I don't really need more spines, but I need that one goddamn spine to train here more effectively. 66 combat, 72 ranged. At this level, we are not going to need the spine. We can just train here. 130. Give me a spine, will you? I don't need any more prayer potions. I'm maxed out. 73 ranged. I'm actually going to reach 75 before I get the first spine. This is this is actually crazy. I don't know what's going on here. You There we go. 146 kills for the spine. Oh my dear lord. I think that was about 3 times over the rate for the spine, so... Whew, okay, this account just can't get lucky anywhere. I guess we got lucky with our first spine, but after that it really has been very, very dry. So I'm going to go and get 50,000 coins to turn this U-shot bow into a bone bow. And I still do want 75 ranged, and I also think I want 52 prayer, which will enter me into a new prayer restoration bracket, meaning that I get an additional 20 or so prayer points, I think, from all the prayer potions that I have. So that will definitely be worth it. Alright, that was actually a couple of hours of steel plate buddies. I also restocked some of my arrows, 800 rune arrows now, and I also have that 50,000 coins to turn this U-shot bow into a bone bow. So now we can actually farm Scarius really easily. Alright, a bone bow. No, not a combat lamp. Oh my god, that would have been so bad. If I turned this into a combat lamp after spending like, I don't know, tens of hours there. Oh my. U-shot bow and 50,000 coins. Bone bow, please. Make a bone shot bow, and there we go. Bone shot bow is back on the menu, boys. Oh yes, this is what I have been waiting for. I love it. Oh, it's so much better than the steel knives that I was doing earlier. Oh my god, I love this weapon. 75 range is going to be a breeze with this. Maybe only a couple of hours and should be done. There we go, dude. That was about a 2-minute Scarius kill, and previously they were like at least 4 to 5 minutes. So yeah, this is absolutely amazing. And that is 150 Scarius kills. Pretty amazing on a account that doesn't really have an inventory to be killing this many bosses. And yeah, I can do like at least 4 to 5 kills a trip, which is absolutely amazing. I just need to keep flicking prayers and not losing points, and it's easy doing. So yeah, let's keep getting those range levels, get to 75, hopefully get a couple of spines in there as well, and pump that prayer level up as well. And after we do hit level 75 ranged, I do have another method of training prayer stored up. Alright, we take those. Scarius spine at 155 KC. Pretty fast actually after that, the first one that we got. Not too shabby. That is 3,500 prayer XP straight into the bank. We love that. Alrighty, trade that in for a lamp, and yeah, this is gonna be 3.5k right there into prayer. Thank you. We're like 100 XP or something away from a level. That's kind of sad, but no problems. We will get some more spines hopefully. As for the XP per hour, we're getting 80k ranged XP per hour, which is just simply crazy. On an account this restricted, getting 80k in any skill per hour is really good. Scarius is OP when you have a bone bow. 168 KC for some big bones and a rune battle axe, and the rune battle axe doesn't mean anything, but the big bones absolutely do. These are the last set of big bones that we need for the next prayer level. 46, only 6 more levels to go. Retribution, not a useful prayer, but at 49 we do get redemption, which is useful, and at 52 we get up another bracket, which is what we are shooting for. So yeah, let's keep going. Boom, 74 ranged, 1 more level for that max hit, and then we are done with Scarius. Let's go, boys. 190 KC, and this trip has been like almost 10 kills or something. Look at all of this loot on the ground. Oh my god, that is absolutely crazy. If for nothing else, this is at least very good training for prayer flicking in the fight caves. I'm going to be needing to save every single prayer point that I can, so yeah, flicking good. Another Scarius spine, 198 KC, and almost done with 75 ranged as well. Might be the last one that we get, but let's go turn this in for some more prayer XP. And the lamp goes into prayer as we know. With 3.5k prayer XP is going to save me some time training prayer later on. So we take all of those. Next one would be a level as well, 47. So maybe if we can get one more, that would be actually pretty damn nice. 200 Scurious kills. Look at that. Couple more to go and then we are done with Scurious. We are getting really close to the end of the account. Here it comes. Are you ready? 75 ranged. That should give us a max hit of 27 with Eagle Eye. Against Scurious, that is 17 with the U-shot bow, I think. So yeah, that is it. That is Scurious basically done. We don't really need anything else from here. We just need some more prayer levels, and I do have a better method of training prayers. So this is probably going to be the last Scurious kill that I get before we end this off. Can we get a farewell lamp for the journey, Mr. Scurious? Last KC? No, just a rune med helm. Kind of fitting actually. But yeah, that is 203 KC. We are done with Scurious. Range level is done, inventory is filled out, the equipment is kitted out, and we only have a couple more prayer levels to go. So yeah, see you guys in the finale. This is the most restricted account I have ever built or played. In addition to the ultimate Ironman rule set, I am locked to just one inventory of items permanently. Picking up a new item takes up an inventory slot, and that slot is forever reserved for that item and that item only. So I get to have a total of 28 items over the course of this whole account, and so far I have picked up 27 items. Naturally, this type of an account has an expiration date. At some point, my inventory will be filled up and I can't pick up any more items, rendering progress impossible. Now only one open inventory slot remains, and that I have reserved for a fire cape. Welcome to the finale of Xtreme UIM. It all comes a full circle. I knew unlocking Valmol by completing one of the only quests that don't require any items at all would be worth it at some point. 47 defense, but more importantly 70 combat as well. This allows me to go on the intermediate pest control lander and get 4 points instead of 3 per game. I'm going to do pest control until at least 48 prayers get into the next prayer restoration bracket, basically getting me an extra prayer point per dose of prayer potion. So that would be like 20 prayer points for free. And the defense levels are a nice little bonus added on top, because the rangers in the fight caves can be quite annoying to deal with if I have low defense. This is the to-do list before the fight caves attempt. I need to get my prayer from 46 to 48. I need to get my U shortbow back, because I used my previous one to make the bone bow, which unfortunately Chad is not a rat type enemy. And finally I need a lot of rune arrows. And after that I am pretty much ready to go. Starting with prayer. Every 100 pest control points I spend on prayer will get me just shy of 6000 prayer XP. Almost twice as much as one Scurious spine, which was my previous method of training prayer so far. Every game is going to dish out 4 points now that I have the intermediate lander unlocked, meaning every game is worth about 240 prayer XP. I am 46 prayer at the moment, and I want to get up to at least 48 for the 1 extra prayer point per dose, meaning I need to complete 46 games of pest control. This is one of the last grinds before the fight caves attempt, so let's get to it. Alright, that is enough Void Knight commendation points, 340 of them, and that is actually enough to get 49 prayer instead of 48, because I thought I actually want 49 for one particular reason. Now we're gonna spend them 100 points at a time, gives us plus 10%, which is just about 6000 XP. There's 47 prayer, another 100 points, and 48 prayer. And the final bits here, that will be 49 prayer right there, and that unlocks us Redemption, which, if you don't know, uses prayer points to heal you if you're damaged below 10% of your HP, so it can kinda save my ass in some situations. Probably not super useful, but anything helps in this attempt. And the last bits I guess we'll just use on ranged, and that is all the points that we had. And that's the end of the pest control arc. And now we need to get our U shortbow back. I only have this bone bow, and that is not going to cut it. We need the U shortbow, and there's only one way to get it back, and that is back in the ancient caverns. Back here we are. The U-shot bow is a 1 in 42 drop from the Barbarian Brutes and the Angry Spirits and Skeletons. And last time I think I killed like 80 or something of them, so I went quite dry for that. And I would definitely not like to go as dry this time, so let's hope for some better luck. Luckily we do have Wind Bolt, which is pretty good against these guys. They do have a nice air weakness, so it shouldn't be too bad. But let's get back to the action. Excuse me? That is the first one back. That's the first kill. I wasn't recording. I did not expect to get this on the first one, so I wasn't recording for that for some reason, but okay. Yeah, that took 1.5 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. We have our U-shot bow back. I guess that was quite a bit easier than I thought it would be. Next up on the list, rune arrows. So just as a reminder, this is what the full gear set is looking like. We have a U-shot bow, rune med helm, amulet of power, red d'hide body, red d'hide wamps, and green d'hide legs. And to be honest, it's not too bad of a set. We have plus 96 range bonus, plus 1 prayer bonus, and rune arrows. So it's actually pretty powerful. I think we can hit up to 17s with Eagle Eye on, which is really not that bad at all. We just need to pretty much conserve all of our HP and prayer points because we don't have any food and we have very limited prayer potions, so that's the biggest problem in the fight case. But before we delve in there, I do want to get some more rune arrows. Luckily I do have about 1,000, but I do want even more. Alright, this should do it. Almost 1,300 rune arrows, which is effectively about 6,500 shots if I pick every single arrow up, as there's about a 20% chance for it to despawn. Now I calculated that I should need about 3,000 to 4,000 shots, so this should be more than enough if I just can pick every single one of those rune arrows up, and I can even lose a couple of them. And if I really get down bad, I do have my Wind Bolt and Chaos Runes, and I guess I can go and get some more Steel Knives as well. But other than that, I think we are ready for our first fight caves attempt. I am really nervous, really anxious. I really need to get this on the first try, or first or second try. I can't really waste any of these supplies because getting all of this is really a really slow process. So let's hope for the best and head in there. Here we go. I am doing rotation scouting, which means that I know exactly where every monster is going to be spawning in the caves, which is extremely helpful and basically the meta of completing fight caves these days. Now I'm not really concerned about the blobs or the bats or anything. I do have enough prayer to even get hit by a couple of bats, and it's not a big deal. I have 5 full prayer potions, which is way more than enough I need for this. The biggest thing I am afraid of is running out of ammunition, so I really do need to pick every single one of these arrows up, which I really haven't done any time before, so this is new for me. Alright, first ranger is going to be spawning. We are going to be flicking our prayer on and off every single tick, and if you turn it on and off every single tick, you're not going to be losing any prayer points, and that is prayer flicking explained in 5 seconds. And this is what we will be doing for the rest of the fight caves. Easy as that. Ow, shit, I forgot they can melee you. I forgot the rangers can actually hit you with melee. That hurt a little bit. I think if I just stand here, I can trap the bat behind the ranger and I will not take any prayer damage. Okay, never mind. That was fast. The next 20 waves went by pretty smoothly. Just some blobs, meleeers, rangers, really nothing to worry about. I lost a couple of prayer points here and there while basically trying to go for all of the rune arrows that I could, but that's not too big of a deal. I really haven't used any supplies yet, and that is good. And then... oh, no. You're supposed to be behind there. No. Not good. Not good. Okay. God damn it. I lost like 5-6 prayer points there. Completely no reason. And I even took a couple of hits. That was stupid. I thought the melee would path from the other side, but I guess I am stupid. Alright, this is the first double range wave. pretty easy, nothing bad about that. Then it's gonna be a double melee wave, and then we are going to get our first major, and that's when we really need to be on top of our flicks. We are in one-shot range all the time. Here we go, major comes out, and we really need to start flicking like a god. And maybe even using some prayer potions or something. I really just can't afford to take a single hit because we are in one-shot range all the time. The max hit is 52 if I'm not mistaken, so I can get killed in just one shot. Now I thought I had enough DPS that it wouldn't be a problem for the rune arrows to start disappearing and despawning, but it seems to be a little bit close. I really need to move in really fast and keep flicking, and oh my, this is bad. Okay, I think I might need to go for a rescue mission for those. Oh, I missed the flick. Okay, I missed the flick. Oh, fuck, that's so bad. Oh, and what's even worse is that... Oh no, I didn't calculate for me to die. The account is officially ruined. I have a toggle in my last inventory slot instead of the fire cape. I actually tested this, and if you get the fire cape, you're going to get some toggle at the same time, but the fire cape is going to enter your inventory before the toggle is. So I kind of banked on the idea that I would just complete it on the first try. I don't know why, but yeah, okay. We are still going to get the fire cape. It's going to be in the floor. It doesn't matter. We are going to complete this no matter what. God damn it. Oh, fuck my water bowl. Well, I guess I do need to go and restock on some arrows. Alright, arrows are properly restocked. Let's get back in there and do this. Second to last wave, we have the orange major, which is where Jad is going to be spawning right there. And then we have the second major, and this run has been really, really good. It has been very long. It has been 2.5 hours so far, but I really have just waited to get my HP back. I have not made any stupid mistakes, too many, and I really have been conserving my prayer points really, really well, I think. I've only used, I think, 3 doses of a prayer potion so far, and we are still going really strong. So now I'm just kind of spending these prayer points. I don't want to flick anymore. I don't want a major to kill me at this point. I am confident I will do well with Jad. I am not confident that I will flick this major because now my nerves are starting to get to me. So yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to sip prayer potion when I need to. I still have so many of these left. And there we go. That is the last major done. And it is time for Jad. He has a Santa hat. Look at that. So I want to trap him in this corner because when he is going to spawn the healers, they cannot spawn in this corner. They are all going to be spawning somewhere else. So I definitely want Jad to be in this corner, and then we will start killing him. There we go, that should do it. Yes, beautiful. Jad is now in the corner, and now we can start blasting him. And this should make the healer phase a lot simpler and easier. Okay, it's only like 50 hours spent if you miss this up. So don't mess it up. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. solid DPS, nothing wrong with that. We have the healers, let's tag them. Make sure you are praying the correct things here. This is the most dangerous phase in this whole fight, I think. There we go, it's all good. It's all good. Where are you going? One healer left me, god damn it. Okay, there we go, we have all the healers, and yeah, this should be it. Just kill the healers, kill Jad, and we are done. Last one is done. We are so close to victory. Is that it? No, but this is it. Yes, we have done it. 2 hours and 55 minutes for a Jad completion. And yeah, the plugin is a little bit messed up. Let me just fix this real quick. There we go. Now it is as it should be. We have the toggle in our inventory and the fire cape is on the floor. But let me just really quick. Oh, that's better. That's better. There we go. That does look better than without the cape, doesn't it? Thank you so much for watching this video and the whole series. And if you're interested, I do have an Extreme One Chunk Ironman series based in Relica that I'm going to be continuing right now. So head on to that playlist and I will see you in the next one.